it's your girl Janelle and I'm back with another video. So today this video is going to be a little different than my normal content that I post, but I thought I would share with you guys my Daniel fast journey that I didn't even know I was going to do. The reason I say that I wasn't planning on doing the Daniel fast is because that was not in my original plans. It was in God's plan, not mine. The way I found out about it, or the way that I knew that I was gonna do it, is only God, because I never thought I would be doing a fast, especially for that long. I'm being honest. I've never thought I would be doing a fast for 21 days. Never in my life. I've done fast for like maybe a day, maybe 2 days, but 21 days? Yeah, that was different for me. Okay, so let's get right into it. How I originally started. I originally started because I wanted to lose more weight, right? And I seen on Instagram, people were doing raw week for the beginning of January. And if you don't know what raw week is, it's where people eat nothing but straight veggies for a week, basically. You eat veggies for a week during raw week. You cut out alcohol, and that's what I did. I cut out alcohol. I did not drink. I stopped drinking for that week, and I didn't eat no meat. Had straight vegetables, right? I started on January 13th. That's when I started. And along my third day, it had to be like that Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, I came across a video that day that sparked my, like, I don't know, because why? It wasn't even titled, the funny thing is, it wasn't even titled Daniel Fast. I don't know what the video was titled. I would have to go back and look at it, and I will put it right here somewhere. And I watched the video all the way through, and I kind of started thinking about my life. And I kind of felt like God laid it on me to actually do it. And I followed through, and I said, you know what can I lose? I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to, get healthy anyway and learn how to eat more veggies and implement them into my diet anyway. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna lose just doing it anyway, right? Mind you, I didn't say this, but I had already been reading my Bible every day, like on my phone, the Bible app. I've been reading my Bible every day, and I felt like God was only able to reach me because I was already vulnerable. I didn't eat no meats. I didn't eat things that normally I would eat or indulge in. So he was able to get to me because I was vulnerable. My body was vulnerable, had been vulnerable. Mind you, I had still been gardening, okay? I'm just gonna say I've been doing gardening during this time frame. But when I decided to actually go along to do the Daniel fast, literally that week, basically the week from when I started, from that Wednesday when I decided to do the Daniel fast, all the way to that next Wednesday, that night, the 19th of January, God told me, stop gardening. See it through my eyes. I mean, like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, it was not hard for me to stop gardening, but that is something that's a part of my daily life that I do. And I felt like it helps me cope with a lot of different things, if you know what I mean. Whether it be your attitude, my mind, or getting myself together. Like, I felt like it helps me with all of those things, literally. Okay, so I stopped gardening. And that next day, when I officially made the decision to stop doing that as well, along with the drinking, like I said, I had been stopped. God just started revealing a whole bunch of different things to me. Like, y'all, if you follow my makeup page, if you follow me on YouTube or you follow me on Instagram, I do makeup. I do a lot of different looks, and God just started revealing a whole bunch of different makeup stuff to me that I wasn't even thinking that, I wasn't even thinking about. Let's just say that. Didn't think about, never thought about. And he just started showing me different things, like, randomly. It's like floodgates of just information that he just kept throwing at me, right? Well, floodgates of information that he kept revealing to me. And I felt like he showed me this because he knows that I'm like on this journey to build my career with makeup brands and makeup companies and with YouTube, So I felt like he wanted to steer me away from going the direction that I was going. Low-key, I'm a little emotional because it's a journey, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Give me a second. One of the companies that God showed me was NYX. And I'm like, oh, NYX is affordable. Like, NYX is that girl, because you know, it's affordable. It's very good. They stuff is, if you need something, their stuff is good. Okay, very affordable, good quality. You get what you pay for type of product, right? And I'm gonna insert the video that I watched or that I seen. And I did my own research afterwards. So, you know, take with the information that you will. I'm just trying to tell you guys what I learned and share that with y'all. But I'm gonna put the video right here.
So I had a dream the other night. Now we about to get into the story time. I'm just the messenger. Don't get upset with me, but I had to tell y'all what happened. So in this dream, I wasn't necessarily myself, but whomever I was, I had the first person point of view to what was going on. And in the dream, it was like this woman was doing a ritual. It was like she was kneeling, she was in the nude, and she was kneeling in front of this pit of fire, or just like this pit in general. And she had these specific like ritual markings on her face. Now it wasn't just this one time thing. It was like I was being shown this ritual through centuries, years, hundreds of years at a time. All right? Now, by the last scene, it went to someone like in more recent times. And she just looked like she was, you know, exhausted. Like this ritual was taken from her. And everybody through the centuries that did the ritual, it was like she was exhausted afterwards. Like this took something from her. Now, when, you know, we switched to the last scene, you know, she was exhausted. It took something from her. But to the right of her, it was like this deflated, like baby looking devil demon type of thing. Y'all know like how like the baby devil that be flying around looking like trying to make it look all cute. It definitely was not cute in this dream. Like not even cute a little bit. And so she was like, has that ever happened before? And I'm just like, what do you mean? And she was like this. And within a snap of a finger, she ended up possessing the baby demon balloon thing. Overall, she ended up turning into the demon itself. So I'm just like, hold on now. I gotta get out of here because you're doing too much. But everything was happening so fast. And within seconds, she was like, oh, what about this? And she disappeared within a snap of a finger. Or so I thought. She ended up communicating with me through the air. Now, we all know that the enemy is the prince of the air, all right? Stay with me. And within another matter of seconds, she disappeared. And simultaneously, as soon as she disappeared, it was like this little bottle. It had a green top and it was like a fat bottle. It appeared on the ground. And the bottle had this deep maroon, pretty shade of lip gloss in it. So I'm just like, well, you know, I could at least try it on. Ain't nobody around. Even though I witnessed this whole ritual that took place, but this little bottle of lip gloss to appear, I was still like, let me try on the lip gloss. And it was really pretty. And the name of it was Vampire Blood. So I'm just like, can I still wear this? Even though I witnessed this whole situation take place on how this lip gloss got here, can I still wear it? And, you know, in the end, like I was convicted by the Holy Spirit. Just like, girl, you know, you can't wear that. Put that down. Now, when I woke up, I was just like, you know, at first for a split second, I was going to ignore it. But then I was just like, nah, let me not ignore it. Because, you know, sometimes your dreams be dreaming. So check it out. So I asked God to lead me doing the research, and as I began to research, you know, I researched, you know, the bottle, and I typed in short cosmetic lip gloss bottle with a green top, and the NYX fat oil line popped up. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I thought NYX stood for New York Expressions. I didn't know that NYX actually just stood for NYX. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But when I typed it in, the bottle came up, and the exact shade that was in the dream came up. Now, in real life, it wasn't called Vampire Blood, but in the dream, it was called Vampire Blood, you know, for a specific reason. Stay with me. Now, as I continue to search, I don't really find anything, you know, that's out of the blue. But y'all know how Google give y'all the previews to the articles and stuff like that. And I came across one that said, usually NYX is good, but if you mess with her kids, that's when she can get upset. And I'm like, the founder name ain't NYX. Who are they talking about? This is where the dream started making sense. So when I looked it up, NYX is actually a Greek goddess. And she's associated with like darkness and the nighttime and things like that. In other words, she's this deity of darkness. And so when I looked it up, I was like, well, is NYX associated with vampires? Because I remember the name Vampire Blood. And the real product name wasn't that. So I'm like, how does this relate? And apparently NYX is one of the goddesses that's worshipped by vampires. Because vampires are associated with the night. She's a nighttime goddess. You know, makes sense. Now, upon receiving and learning this information, I'm immediately convicted because I'm just like, I don't want to associate myself with this. I don't want to, because I don't represent this. So I go through my cosmetic bag and I throw out my product. Now, I'm not telling y'all to support. I'm not telling y'all not to support. But what I am saying is that sometimes God will reveal to us specific things, and it is up to us to take heed to what he is saying. All right. He wants us to use wisdom moving forward about certain things, because we all know what we don't stand up against. It shows that we're in agreement with it. And now that I know better, I'm going to do better. I don't want to be associated with no queen of the night. All right. Because, you know, we know that Jesus is what? He's the way, the truth, and the light. Okay, he's a light, not night, light. But all I'm saying is that, you know, in recent years, different things have been brought to our attention, and we just flat out find any reason to ignore the clear signs just because we like it or just because it makes us comfortable. I really believe that God is bringing his people to a time where we have to wake up and we have to make sure that we are actually being the salt of the earth. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a perfect walk. We are humans. We are bound to make mistakes. But what I am saying is that if God is telling you something specifically, take heed to it. And if God gives you a dream, don't ignore it. And if you have dreams sometimes you want to know more about dreams, I strongly recommend you reading this book, The Power of Your Dreams by Pastor Stephanie. Now, y'all just like, Bree, why you got a book in your car? Because I like to read, mind your business. But ultimately, when we know better, we do better. So get on up and go and pray and ask God about that dream that you just had that you're trying to ignore, but you don't really need to ignore. Because warning comes before destruction. All right, that's all I got for y'all today. Bye.
In the video, the girl literally said that she was... When you see the video, you will know what I mean, okay? I don't even know how to explain it because the video is just going to explain it for yourself. And when I went to go look it up on Google, NYX, goddess NYX, whatever you want to call it, there is a goddess called NYX. and she's the goddess of the dark. And I'm like, okay. But this whole time, we all been thinking that NYX was NYX, New York something standing for. It didn't mean that. NYX is NYX, the God. So I felt like, and God says don't put no other gods before him. And when I feel like when I'm wearing that, when I decide to choose to wear that, I'm contributing and agreeing to this false god. That's how I think I would put it. Lord, be with me and help all the words come to me so that way it comes out right, please. And after that, I got revealed about honey pot pads. The honey pot pads, the one with the herbs in them. I bought these pads a long time ago. I've been wearing them for a while, maybe over a year. And I always seen it said ancestor on the back of the packaging, but I don't know. Listen, when your eyes are open with God, you see differently, you think differently. You don't think foolishly. You don't let things go past your vision of what you see clearly. That's all I'm trying to say. And come to find out, there has been some evidence with this lady. I had looked into her. You can't really find much about her.
I don't say this with ego, but I believe the honey pot was a gift to the world. I believe the work that we do is very sacred. It's very spiritual. It's very tapped in. And especially because we really do the shit that we do. Like we don't say the things that we do to make it seem like it's deeper than what it is. Like, we really do believe the things that we do. We really believe in them. We put a lot of effort and intention and love and really beautiful energy into this work, into these products, into how just the whole curation of the thing. It's just not a thing that we take lightly. And part of why we don't take it so lightly is because it was a gift from my ancestors. And then from all the other humans that work in this company that are attracted to this business, they're ancestors too. It's really beautiful work that we get to do at Honey Pot. And, and I just have.
But the lady who owns Honey Pot, she had a dream from her ancestors. Her ancestors came into her dream and they gave her the recipe to make the pads. To put the herb together and put everything together. And it just made me think, oh wow, so I'm putting this in me. And low key too, if you ever put on honey pads, didn't it burn the first time? Like a lot? Like that burned a lot, okay? Like it burned. And then after that, it don't burn. It doesn't burn after that. That first one is very... So why did I even decide to still wear it? I don't know. I guess because those are the only pads that I had at the time. And then when I put another one, I was like, oh, it didn't burn that bad. And I did see reviews say, oh, it only burned the first time, or it only felt like this the first time. But it makes a lot of sense on why that burned so bad, because you're putting this in you and you're not even supposed to have this. It's made from witches. I'll insert some videos on that as well so you can see what I'm talking about if you don't know what I'm talking about. And then next, I got revealed Juvias Place. I threw away all my Juvias Place stuff away. I threw away most of my NYX stuff away. I still don't have everything with me, but I did, like all my makeup, but I did throw away what I do have. And Juvias Place, a lot of their products, or some of their products, are idol based. I'm gonna put it on that. They're very idolized. In Africa, they have their idols that they have, they statues and things like that. And it's okay for them to have them, but they idolize those.
How the Lord showed me that Juvias Place Cosmetics, I know they're viral on TikTok, is actually demonic. And hey, maybe it's just my conviction, but no. Ask the Lord to show you some things and he will definitely show you. So I was preparing for my fast on Sunday and I was watching the video called Disarming Witchcraft, right? And he was talking about how you need to clear your homes from accursed items. And he was talking about like cosmetics, jewelry, pictures, hair care stuff, like anything that the Lord shows you that is an accursed item, you need to get rid of. Because he then said, if you have accursed items in your home, you're always going to be under attack of witchcraft. And as he was listing off these things that could be possibly a cursed item, which he was just saying like cosmetics, jewelry, and stuff like that, the Lord literally was showing me Juvia's Place. And then he was showing me like this gold ring that I had for years. I just knew that the makeup brand had some type of witchcraft done over it, because I was trying to debate with God on why I didn't want to throw it out. Even though he showed me I should throw it out, he showed me that it was an accursed item, I was literally trying to debate with Jesus on why I don't want to throw it out. And that alone, showing my attachment to that, was even showing me more why I had to get rid of it. So the next day when I started my fast, I still just couldn't shake the fact that I had to get rid of my makeup. I was like, Lord, please show me something else, because show me something else. Show me how like this is demonic. And he just simply told me, go look on their website. So I'm gonna show y'all. So the first thing that I noticed when I got on the website was the names that they have like labeled as their makeup, which is like 𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒎s. And I'm like, that is like sorcery for them. So when I went onto the Instagram page just to look more into the creator of Juvia's Place, I seen this particular makeup that she was coming out with, and this kind of threw me off. So when I looked up the meaning of that word, it means trouble, suffering, problems, and bad luck. Like, why would I want that in my house? and not necessarily that makeup piece that she had, but just like anything that represent stuff like this. So I got rid of the makeup. The Lord has like, not saying that he convinced me, that, but he opened my eyes to see like more of the demonic realm of it.
I had a palette, and the palette was masquerade, right? And when I look up the definition of masquerade is to put on a face, to be someone else, to become someone else. And I'm like, I'm okay. I don't want that palette anymore. And I just kind of looked at everything the same way. Even do your own research, because I'm not coming on here to tell y'all about these people. I'm coming on here to tell you about my journey. That's what I had got from that, right? Do it with my Juvias Place palettes. God told me to throw this stuff away. God told me to put it in the garbage and don't keep this stuff. My biggest one that I did struggle with to throw away, and honestly, it took a lot for me to throw it away. And I even had conversations with my mom about it. Like, why is it so hard for me to throw it away? And I felt like I had an attachment to this person. It's Fenty, Fenty. All her Fenty makeup, Fenty hair, 𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒎s Fenty, all of it. Fenty Beauty. I had so many lip glosses. I'll show you guys the video of me actually throwing away my stuff. And honestly, I cried. Before I actually threw away my stuff, I honestly did cry. Because I felt like I'm just throwing away money too at this point, you know? And I actually like her products. Her products are really good, you know? Her lip glosses are really good. I had a lot. I have so much Fenty stuff, from 𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒎s Fenty to her hair, to her perfume, to her makeup. Fenty. And then as I came to think about it, I sat on it for a couple days, guys, for literally a while, probably to the end of my fast. I sat with that on me. Before the end of my fast, I decided I had threw some stuff away, like my makeup, but then I realized I had some hair stuff still in my closet, and I knew I had to throw that away as well. I didn't throw that away until about the end of my fast. I still had it. It held an attachment. I felt like an attachment was on me with the stuff. Like, why do I want to? I didn't cry with none of the other stuff. None of it. I didn't throw that away. I was like, whatever, I throw it away. But the Fenty, I had to let that go. And the reason I say Fenty, there was nothing that I could find that actually showed or tells you that she's into witchcraft or that she's demonic or anything like that. But what I can tell you is, when I used to watch Rihanna Fenty back in the day, when she had like the Good Girl Gone Bad album and stuff like that, that was the album that I knew she went bad. That was the time I actually did stop listening to her. I stopped listening to her for a little minute, like, and then I came back. But a lot of things that she did was not subliminal. A lot of things that she has done was intentional and it's on purpose. I feel like she's still the same person. I do believe people can change, but God put it in my heart to throw it away. I don't feel like it's that sets with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like it was good for me. Throw it away. And in an interview, she put, she said, everybody thinks I worship the devil. And she thought it was funny. Like, and she was like, oh, everybody thinks I worship the devil. Yeah. And the lady was like, oh, well, who do you worship? She said, the devil.
Y'all paid attention to Rihanna, but there are videos, interviews, and her lyrics are demonic. When she was asked on an interview, why does she place her hand over her eye? She said, because I'm a devil worshiper. Don't take it from me. Listen to this.
You know, I am misunderstood a lot at times. My music, my image, people have their whole thing about me, whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever. Besides them reading into my hand over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
She didn't lie, and I'ma prove it. In her video, Better Have My Money, she practiced a blood ritual. This alludes to blood sacrifices that takes place in Hollywood and the music industry for the riches of the world. Like I said before, there are subliminal messages in their videos and songs.
Y'all think she was joking when she said that? She said it because she meant it. Literally meant it. So yeah, I had to get rid of my Fenty stuff. And I actually have one more perfume that I actually found that I'm like, okay, I have to get rid of that too today. I'm still finding stuff of hers that is still lingering around in my house. And I need it to go. That's it. I thought I got rid of everything, but I didn't. Another brand that got revealed to me is Charlotte Tilbury. And mind you, I've been wanting to get my hands on some Charlotte Tilbury stuff, but they are into witchcraft. A lot of makeup brands I'm noticing are into witchcraft. Oh, and about Fenty. For Fenty, make sure you guys do your own, for everything that I'm saying, do your own research. Go look into it yourself, literally. Before I end off about Rihanna, God also showed me and revealed to me, and because I kept saying, God, if you really want me to throw this away, like if it's so bad, I tried to justify it so bad. If you really felt like it's not good for me to have, right? Show me something. I kept saying, show me something. I want to see. Reveal to me. The truth is never discovered. It is revealed. I watched a performance of Rihanna song, strip clubs and dollar bills. I think that song, Still Got More Money. She says ball out. Watch how we ball out. That song. Okay, that word ball. Within that same week, God showed me ball, B-A-A-L, in the Bible. How? Ball means to celebrate false gods, which the false god can be you, the person, meaning her. I was like, okay, I can't fight with you no more. I can't like reason with you. I know I'm trying to justify everything. I'm not gonna keep justifying, is what I said. I'm gonna let it go. And I've let it go. I want to get new makeup. That's how I took it. It is just hurtful that I do have to throw away money. And I didn't want to give it away to nobody to have those same things put onto them, right? And then back to Charlotte Tilbury is into witchcraft because they have a lot of crystal stuff. I've seen so many different things on their website and the magic serum. Like this, sometimes y'all think the name is it's cute. The names are cute, but sometimes it's way more to it than what it just says. If you look at their whole website, it's nothing but straight crystals and witchy stuff, and everything's named after like spells and things like that. Like, do your research, just look. But I won't be buying no Charlotte Tilbury. Also, along my journey, I do want to talk about the gardening and not drinking. I used to think, and I used to tell my friend Bree, like she used to tell me, and I used to tell her, like drinking in the Bible, he said don't drink to get drunk, but you shouldn't be drinking at all. It says liquor, wine, and spirits. And it's called liquor, wine, and spirits for a reason, because it's spirits in that liquor. It's spirits in that drink. And here is when the don't drink to get drunk part came in for me, when it clicked for me to be like, oh, that's what you mean. You will understand one day. But I didn't get it, but now I do. You want to drink a cup of wine, right? What are you doing it for as a Christian? Like, what is your purpose of doing it? You like, what is it for? Same thing as gardening. What is it for? What are you doing it for? To feel what? To get high? To feel buzzed? You know what I'm saying? And then when you have one drink, aren't you gonna want another one? It's like a trickling effect, you know? And as far as the gardening, God reveals so much of that to me that I feel a lot of people use it to self-medicate, to help them with their anger issues, to help them to think, to help them to calm their mind, calm their attitudes. Because I used it for calming myself down when I'm upset or if I'm annoyed or aggravated. You know, I just, let me go do that real quick. But then when I stopped completely and took that full 2.5 weeks, God really showed me that was the problem in the first place. You could think so much more clearly without all the drugs in your system, without all the stuff in your system. You feel a lot better. You can think more clearly. And you know what? My attitude, I would say God has a lot to do with this as well, but I do feel like taking these things out also helps because my attitude has changed as well. And when you're gardening, it's just easier access for the devil to come at you in your head. When you're gardening and doing the drinking, it's really easy for the devil to make comments in your head. Always make comments in your head. And you know what? It doesn't make it better. It doesn't get better. I feel like my mind has shifted and changed while I'm on this Daniel fast. I think clearly. I'm not like quick to anger about certain things. I'm able to listen beforehand sometimes. And it doesn't mean I'm perfect and I'm still like, I don't get mad and stuff like that. Yeah, I do. Like, I'm still on this journey to try to get better. But I'm saying, as I'm on this journey, I do realize the difference. I feel different. I think different. And all the things that people have problems with in this days that's going on now, A lot of it can be fixed with God instead of us going to the worldly things of alcohol and, you know, gardening. God is really where the answer is. That's where the answer lies at. To change the mind, it's in him. It first starts with him. I hope that I said everything that I need to say. I hope that it resonated with somebody. I hope that God let everything come off my chest that needed to come off, and it all came out the way that God wanted it to come out, not the way that I wanted it to come out. And I hope I'm not forgetting anything. And let me know if you guys would like to know how I got on this journey. Because literally, I started this since last year. It's like God has been building me into the person he wants me to be. Literally. While I was on my Daniel fast too, I did write down some scriptures that resonated with me, or some things that God told me that resonated with me, and I wanted to share. Like January 23rd, your body is priceless gift on a loan to you to be used in the glory of God. Everything that we do on this earth is supposed to be to glorify God. It's supposed to be in honor of God. Our bodies are a loan, literally, to the point you have your body, but let's say you on your deathbed and you're like 60, 80 years old, right? You had all this time to get your life right with God, but you decide to come to God on your deathbed when you old and shriveled and ain't got nothing to give, and want to ask God for repentance and say that you're sorry for, you know, all the stuff that you did. That's like a slap in the face to God, because you could have did all this in your young days when you were young, but no, you wanted to go the other route. You know what I'm saying? Just really think about that. It really is a slap in the face. I also want to share that God wants us to obey him. God will keep telling you something over and over and over and over until you obey him. Trust me, I've been through it. I've been going through it. In this video, I was supposed to make this video last week, and I just couldn't find the courage to make it. But now I can sit here and honestly say that I obeyed God with what I was doing before. I mean, what he told me before. So now I feel more comfortable to make this video for you guys, because I did my part on what I was supposed to do. Now I'm being obedient and making the video like he told me to, because that's what I'm supposed to do. So friend, it's me from the future. But I just want to let y'all know that I didn't continue just reading the Bible app. I actually went and got a Bible, because I thought it was really important for me to actually have a Bible and actually study my Bible. I have read 2 books so far, 1 Samuel and Acts. Read it all. By the time you will see this, I'll be finished with 1 Samuel. And yeah, so I bought the Battlefield of the Mind Bible by Joyce Myers. This book right here is the truth. But then she actually has another book that's actually just the Battlefield of the Mind. And I haven't started reading this, but I did read a little bit. It's basically what's in here, I think. Like chapter 11, a doubtful and unbelieving mind. I have read a little bit in the beginning. So yeah, it's just different chapters of different things of people's lives and how you can train your mind to think better. Literally, train your mind to think better and stop focusing on the negative. So yeah, this is my Bible, and this is the book that I'm going to read. Make sure you guys get you a Bible if you don't have one. Having it on hand is better than just reading it from your phone. Back into the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, because if you don't and you can't keep up with me, it's your girl Janelle, and I'm out in the next video. Peace. Everything's so beautiful the way it flows together. I think I hear birds singing your praises. Amen. I swear you